He said, there is confidence in the project. The promoters, SkyTrain Consultants, are very serious. And that is why we invited the president himself, that is Nana Akufo-Addo, to be in Johannesburg to witness the signing of that agreement. Now, what was the project supposed to do? He emphasized that the SkyTrain project was the solution to the ever-increasing road traffic congestion in Accra, with its detrimental effects on economic activity, pollution, and the quality of life.
That's a wonderful intervention.
Can you, but that's...
Instead of going into traffic,
My
being in
goodness.
traffic, you just go in the sky.
My goodness,
and you
Helen.
travel in the sky.
Can you imagine Helen in a SkyTrain, greeting us from the top?
I can actually imagine.
You can imagine that?
Yeah. That would look beautiful.
The pomp and pageantry that greeted this beautiful idea, it occupied our front pages. Various dailies. That Ghana was going to be the first African country to have a SkyTrain.
I think we're following in South Africa's footsteps. They have something like that.
They have a metro. I mean, they have a speed train, but the SkyTrain is so in Africa.
We were going to be the first.
Following Singapore. Can you imagine how beautiful it would have been?
Wow.
Then we handed our destiny to these old men, Professor Amia and Solomon. By the way, this motion, do they have the consent of Solomon Asamoah? Because from your topic, it seems to me that it's lawyers for Professor Amia who have decided to seek interpretation at the Supreme Court. What about the other accused person? Does he concur to this position of Professor Amia? We gave them this money. SkyTrain, no, money gone. This is what we are discussing. And that is why you must be angry. When it comes to embezzlement of state funds, you have to take out political callous. Because there is no constitutional provisions, be it within with the movement for change or the MPP or NDC, that states clearly that when you are given a position, go and steal. Have you witnessed any of it in any of the constitutions? So when you do, it means you are doing it for your personal benefit. And not for the entire country's benefit. We have been learning different types of transportation in this country from childhood. Road transport, air transport, water transport, rail transport. We only witnessed one or two in this country, road and air. Give us that train for us to witness something. This is where we are. So for me, what you are doing in court is one of those things. At the end of the day, the judge says, 9 July, the case continues. But from where the eyes sit, the premature nature they are describing, maybe in terms of the scale of how people have looted this country in the past, if you are going to compare, then indeed their case is premature. You know why? We are talking about Professor Amia and Solomon Asamoah having been accused of embezzling how much?
$2 million US.
$2 million US. If Professor Amia casts his mind back and realized that Wontumi has been accused of $45 million, why wouldn't he say it's a premature case?
That's the reason why the defense lawyers
but if I'm reasoning into their membrane that my client only $2 million under this country, I'm saying only because others have been accused of $45 million and they are walking freely, sharing monies in town. Why wouldn't I say it's premature? When they know, look, and those are the national, what's the name, scholarship secretariat. If they are unable to call out the former boss, as we speak, everywhere around the globe, Ghana Scholarship Secretariat owes. We owe the British government more than 40 million pounds. Even Togo, we owe the government. And if Professor Miaguvi and the legal team sees this, and they realize that people are home chilling, and he's the one rather facing this prosecution, why would the legal people not go that this is a premature case? So maybe if we are going to look at the scale of what happened in the past to what they are being accused of, then the premature data comes in. But at the end of the day, whether you took 100,000 Ghana, 200,000 Ghana, you must face it because it's you and I, our tax revenue.
Solomon, you said something at the beginning of your submission. You said that Dr. Zato was seeking to embellish the issue. He makes some fundamental points.
No, but the point is...
and I wanted him to, from his point of view, talk about some of the issues that will, have certain appointees, officials find themselves in hot water. So, for example, not constituting a board before the CEO actually takes office, is that not a valid concern that we should be thinking about?
Helen, you did a wonderful job. You asked a fundamental question, that what was the relationship between what you were saying and the current case? In this current instance, the board was in place. So I was even wondering why he was going around that when the board...
expanded
No,
the
you can't expand that. We are dealing with a reality, a life situation. Don't go and expand it to areas that has no bearings on this. There was a board in place. They refused, according to the Attorney General. And the Attorney General has promised you and I, including Zato, that he's going to retrieve these monies for us. Why wouldn't you be happy and support the Attorney General? Well, indeed, you never took part in the sharing of the booty, if there was any.
In fact, he laid that foundation. He says he's got no pounds.
So he shouldn't have gone into the realm of when there are no balls. We are dealing with a live situation. We are not dealing with an abstract. Right. We are dealing with something that is real. The matter is before court. And one of the issues that he had raised was that these people that have been accused never sought board approval. That's what we are dealing with. Indeed. The board was in place. So where he was going had no bearings on what we are discussing. And that is what I want to draw his attention. You see, many a times we find ourselves trying to, as it were, protect our political interests. We have moved beyond that. This is a public interest case. And that until, can you imagine just last year, somewhere October, a woman in Kontompo in second area sold two-week-old child for 300 Ghana cedis.
My goodness.
This was reported, widely reported, that a woman goes to labor and they give birth 2 weeks old, sell for 300 cedis. Then we are talking about people sitting there with a stroke of pen, they take away $2 million if it's anything to go by. And you want me to come and sit here and embellish it? We give them everything. When they are giving positions, we buy their fuel, we buy including beer into their fridges.
We buy beer.
Beer for them. Go and see their fridges over the weekend. Then we want you to feel good. At our expense, we don't feel good. You feel good for us, so that you can think proper for us. Now, you won't do any of this. On top of that, you are accused of having taken 2 million. But now you must be chasing people. I'm telling you.
Solomon, thank you so much for your thoughts on this.